Well, hello. It is now Saturday. Just got in the work van. We're going to head over to Amy's mum's and we're going to clean her camper van. So if I just turn the camera around, she's over there. So we're going to get that done. So I'll do a little edit of cleaning the van. It's going to be sort of a chilled day. We're not going to do too much. We sort of did sleep in a little bit, but I was just so tired from work, and Amy's probably been tired from doing nights. So we're going to head over to there, and then I'll pick the camera up and I'll talk to you guys a little bit, show you what I'm doing. The plan is to do inside the van, clean the inside, and then start a little bit of the electrics. So I'll be back shortly. Well, hello, we're back next to Penny. Currently in the process of cleaning out this one. I'm going to show you actually how
disgusting.
How disgusting this is. The video won't do this justice, but the amount of dog hair, stains on the seats. So we're going to get this all hoovered out, which we've got here. I've got a spot vac for the seats. All this is going to be thoroughly clean. The doors are disgusting. I don't know if you can see down there.
You can see that where it's
That's rough. But let's give it an hour and a half chat. And then this will be spotless. Amy will get a few snippets, or I'll get a few snippets of the clean as we go. But I'm just going to show you it now of how disgusting this is.
Keep running faster and faster. I don't know where we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster.
Hello guys, back again. Me and Amy are in the van. Amy's doing some painting. Oh, my back. Let me just move back a bit so I can explain. Oh, so here's the little electric cupboard. As you can see, at the moment everything is out. But I'm just going to do a little talk through, just a quick one. So at the top end here is the solar controller unit. It's not called that, but it's a solar unit. It's called a Photonic Universe, so it's probably just a cheaper one. Here we've obviously got the battery. So I've just moved this and put it up the top end out the way. I'm going to run the solar cables and the battery cables, run them neatly and tighten them all down with little wire brackets and put them back into there. Here we've got the adapter for the inverter, which is here. So that's obviously so you can switch it on and off from outside there. So I'm going to try and get the inverter up nice and snug here, because I want more room for the battery, because we're going to get a bigger battery. So if it does come out to say here, that's only a very small inverter. It's only 1500 watts. So I can put that nice and neatly here. So at the moment, yes, it looks messy. We've pretty much been on this since early afternoon. As you can see, Amy's doing blue. A darker blue is going to need 2 coats on these cupboards.
Yes.
But we're just trying to get as much as we can done today. So when I have an update, I'll let you guys know. Goodbye. Right, hello guys, we're back again. I don't know if you can see this, but there's the solar unit. So now we've got positive, negative solar, positive, negative battery coming in, tidied up, and now the inverter's going to go here like this. Cables are all nicely tucked up away. So we're going to obviously get a bigger battery eventually. So we've got this much space to work with for a new battery. But the next plan is I need to tackle this and make sure it's all done correctly. And then, yeah, and Amy's done another coat on these cupboards.
I haven't done them ones yet. I've just done this bit around here.
I'll go show them. I'll go show them. 2 seconds.
Show them the comparison to like this one.
Which one?
So this is what it was before.
That's the colour before. And that is the after. Obviously, it does look patchy because it's 2 coats and we need to let it dry.
I think I might do 3 or 4, depending on what.
But we'll see what it looks like.
There.
A what?
There's a catcher, so I thought it was going to come in the van.
Oh, so that's the colour difference. And then, but it is looking patchy. But I reckon another coat, or we let it dry, it might look okay. But we'll see. So we're just tackling all the electrics under there. And then it'll be tackling the kitcheny bits. Hello guys, good morning. Nearly 10:30. We're just having a quick scran. And then we're going to head over to the van again. We've got a full day on the van. Not a full day, probably till about 4 o'clock because Amy's in work tonight. An Amazon parcel has come today. I'll show you. So, oh, let me just get it up here. Oh, might be trying to do it one-handed. So, the Renogy DC charger has come today. Look at this bad boy. Here it is. That's going to be installed a little bit today. I probably won't get it all done. So, I've got the wiring for it as well, which is good. We are waiting on some buzz bars to come, but they haven't come yet. So, yes, exciting times. Amy's got her new battery charger. The only thing which I need to figure out is one of these is a battery temperature sensor, which we found out from the manual. But this one here is called an IGN. And I believe this is something to do with the ignition. So I need to wire this to something in the front of the van, what turns on when she turns the ignition on and turns off. So this can turn on and off, because if it don't, from what I believe, that this will stay on and just drain a battery. So I need to put this into somewhere in the ignition, which is pretty easy because I'm thinking the cigarette lighter, because the cigarette lighter only turns on when you're taking the ignition on. So I'll figure that out when I get there. But yeah, the charger's come, and yeah, we're going to head over to Amy's mum soon and get this van started. We're going to do a few more coats of paint, so I'll show you what we did. It got dark pretty quick last night, so yeah, we'll get over there in the next half an hour and I'll show you. So I'll catch you all in a bit. Well, hello guys. I'm in a different area, as you can see. I'm in the van. Well, I'm actually in Amy's van right now. Yeah, I've not picked the camera up at all this week. Going on from what you've just seen, we're now on Wednesday. I want to get a video out for you guys tonight. So, currently in the van, I've got a little light going on the battery pack, as you can see. Amy has done very well with the painting in here. She's gone a bit dark on the colour, which really actually looks quite nice. I'll just show you. It's coming along slowly. Electrics, we'll just get quickly back into this. I did the solar unit. I've got to put the buzz bars in, and look what's turned up. The Eco-Wavy lithium battery. So there it is. It's only 100 amp hours, but that'll be good enough for Amy. So yeah, she's done a really good job of the painting actually. Just got to tidy up a few little bits, but you know what? It's looking 10 times better. And that's pretty much it. I do apologise, like I said. There's a big jump from, was it Saturday or Sunday? I think it was Saturday, so I can't remember. It was on the weekend. I did some filming. And then literally this week's just been like, I've not had a chance to pick the camera up. And you know what? I really was enjoying doing the content again, but I'm generally not finding the time. So I'm just trying to squeeze in an hour in the van now. But like I said, I didn't finish work until, finished a little bit earlier today, but I didn't get in until nearly 4 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on. So just jumping back. Sorry for the flicker on the lights. It's yeah, it's kind of annoying. But so jumping back, solar controller's in. I've got all the wires pretty much ready to go. I've got to try and work out what's going on up here to the fuse board, because I don't know what's going on. But first point of call is to get all these wires tidied up and sorted. I'm not going to be able to get much done today because it's already 6 o'clock now, but I'm going to try and squeeze a little bit of this in now, and then I'll show you once I've tidied, and then we'll go from there. Renogy's in, obviously not installed properly, it's just in at the moment, and got to try and squeeze that battery in this little piece here. So space saving and trying to be clever with the wires is a must in this little cupboard, because that's all I've got. So I'll be back shortly. Well, hello guys. Saturday the 14th, I believe. Today is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all you lovely couples out there. I hope my finger's not in the way of the camera. No, it shouldn't be. Yes, we've had I'll give an update. So yesterday I was at work, it was Friday. Amy was going to lay some new flooring down, which we'll show you in a later video, or in this video if we get a chance. And I get this phone call from Amy saying there's a leak in the van. Multiple leaks in the roof. So yesterday was a very eventful day because I don't know about you guys, but we had so much rain. The rain was, well, I've never seen rain like it. It was constant for hours and hours and hours. I was on the roof trying to seal these holes, not knowing where the holes are, just sort of trying to just seal where I think leaks are coming in. As you can imagine, CT1, me on the roof, getting absolutely soaked. So it was so eventful. I'm just going to turn around, going to turn the camera around now and show you the mess of this van. So, as you can see, Amy did paint. I was on the electrics. That was the plan for the weekend, is to get the electrics done. As you can see, the whole ceiling I had to rip off yesterday. So, basically, what I think, not the guy's fault at all. This is already drying. This would have been installed when the van was made. It's a wind tunnel, if that's what they're called. So it was slightly leaking on the outside and seeping down onto the wood and creating moisture on this beam what he's put in. So this now, I've taken this off completely. I've resealed it. Here she comes. It's got a soapy bucket. And re-put it back down. And that now is bone dry. We also had a leak on the skylight, so please ignore the state. Obviously, I was on top of it yesterday, and it's quite a mess. But I've resealed around the skylight, and we had a slight leak from the handles. So, because it was so wet yesterday, and I had to get CT1 on as quick as I could, I've had to CT1 the handle on the outside. As you can see, yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but you know what?
We're gonna get a cover on.
We're gonna get a cover for it. I was going to rip it out and put a whole new sheet in, but honestly, the rain yesterday, everything was getting soaked. We had drips here, this was getting wet. As you can look from the floor.
It's pretty much dry now, it's just mud, isn't it?
And we had another leak coming in from, well, I don't know, that was obviously running down and it was coming to here. But from what I can see today, there's not a single bit of moisture now, so, but that's because it's not raining. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it till tomorrow now. I'm going to go back up there and double check that I can't patch anymore while we've got the weather. And then go from there. Get the ceiling back on. But
Trips to B&Q, everyone.
What a bloody mess that was. Anyway, we're going to crack on and I'll keep you updated. Well, hello guys. Back in the van. As you can see, it's an absolute mess right now. Progress is being made. So, me and Amy have been to B&Q. We've got a roll of insulation. I wasn't happy with the amount of insulation in the roof. Don't get me wrong, there was quite a bit, but I wanted more. I just want to make sure that this is as good as it can be for Amy, obviously when she's living in it. So I'm going to make sure that we get where I would have probably put insulation, but he hasn't. Don't get me wrong, all the floors done. The ceiling was pretty packed in, but there's just little spots where I just want to fill up on insulation. So, all the roof is now sealed. Like I said, insulation, we're going to get the roof back in. And we've actually got carpet to carpet the roof. It's a slightly darker colour, if I show you. So we've gone for sort of that tone of colour. So it should sit really nice with this sort of darkish blue. So as you can see, the roof is a bit of a mess at the moment. I've got some more wood, which has just been to B&Q. I'm going to get all this roof done. I'm going to put the camera out there so you can see a little time lapse of us cracking on in here. But yeah, you know what, it's actually nice to have a nice sunny day. Yesterday was a bit of a downer for Amy because obviously she was just disappointed with the leaks, but it's sometimes with these vans, as much as that leak, yes, was annoying, I can't really blame it on him because the where it was leaking from was the wind tunnel, which the van obviously, by looking at it, which I don't know, the seal around the wind tunnel was the standard fitting seal. So that's been on since 2013. For that to start not leaking now after, what we're on, 14 years, it's longer than that. It's crazy. So, no, it's not. 2013, 7 plus the 5. 13 years, basically. So for that to start leaking just now, I don't think that's too bad. Yes, the skylight did have a little leak in it, but we've had so much rain, and because we're not using the van, it's sitting and the water's sat. There was a puddle on the roof. So it's expected. We've got it fixed. We're going to crack on now and get this roof back in. And yeah, it's going to be progress from here, hopefully. And I'll show you what we get up to. Well, hello, back again. Hope you enjoyed this little time lapse. So me and Amy now are getting the insulation into the roof. We only need a couple of strips of this due to obviously the last guy insulating it pretty well. Just wanted to get right in there and get as much as we can because it does hold the heat very well. So we get that done. I think Amy had a phone call here, so she wasn't really helping out, but you know what, I don't mind cracking on. Once we get this last bit of strip of insulation in and we start getting the roof in, we did have to snap some of the pieces when we took the wood off from the roof. So we did end up going to B&Q and getting a few more panels of wood. But as you can see here, Amy is now helping me hold the wood up, because trying to do this with just one pair of hands is just not possible. So thank you, Amy, for giving me a little hand here. So yeah, we get the roof done and it's going pretty smoothly. Right, now here comes the tedious part, the 4-way stretch carpet. You know what? Doing it on the roof was actually so easy. So we got this up pretty quick. I started from the centre, obviously pushed the creases out and went towards the ends and just worked our way down. I didn't cut out as I went over the skylight because I found it easier to cut it when it was all up on the roof. We got this up in record time. Back again. 6:30. We have managed, as you've just seen from the time lapse, to get the ceiling back in. All the roof is now sealed. We've carpeted. Now we're going to head back in. We're just having a quick bit of food. We're going to head back in and trim this carpet, get it all tidied up, and then hopefully start the flooring a little bit today. Anything else? The leak was an absolute nightmare, but it's resolved now. So we're going to crack on and get the next stage of the van done. So I'll do a little bit tonight and I'll show you. And then we're going to call it, I think, at like 8ish, aren't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the video, and I'll be back shortly.